Hey guys, this is a little bit different, a different angle, different quality and resolution of camera because I'm doing this very, very quickly. We've got filming set up elsewhere, but this is the start of a different, another pickups video for December, and I had to start out. I found in a charity shop, Pet Sports Dog Playground.
Make your puppy a champion. Give your dog a unique look by dressing him up with over 100,000 outfits and accessories. 100,000. Has anyone ever tried one? Has anyone ever counted that? Oh my goodness. But I have to give it a try. It's all here. It's easy.
Has anyone ever tried one? Has anyone ever counted that? Oh my goodness. But I have to give it a try. It's all here. It's decent condition as well. So it's all very nice. It's complete. I don't think it's been used much, as you might expect. So we'll see how it goes, won't we? Everything's here. We didn't expect a game hammer on this one. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Game Hammers Game Pickups, this time for December 2018. It's going to be a pretty short one because I've already done one thing and I don't expect to be picking up too many more. I do have one game on the way and we'll talk about that when it arrives, but I had to show you this before that because I'm really excited to say we finally got a copy of NBA Tonight. This is hard to get. I don't really know why. It's from 2001, it's a Konami basketball game. Everything is here in fantastic condition. It's a decent enough game as well, but it appears that there aren't very many copies around. I don't know whether it's just there aren't very many copies around at the moment, or whether there aren't very many copies in general, but it's not one I've been able to get before, and we've been collecting for years now, so who knows? It may be an actual, genuine rarity due to people just never having bought it. But it's a decent condition game. I've enjoyed giving it a try, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, actually. I do like my basketball games, which is why I've also picked up NBA Live 09, which, if it's not the last one, it may not be, is certainly close to the end of the line of them, and it's in really, really good condition. Really happy to have put them into the set, trying to get the sports titles all done. But I have a genuine worry that the last couple of games that we end up having to search for a long time will be sports games. It's just one of those things. Either way, I'm having fun with the collection still. Really enjoying the basketball games though. Basketball's one of those sports that I actually really do like. Hockey and basketball are my thing. I do enjoy them a lot. As you may know from previous videos, the St. Louis Blues are my hockey team of choice. They are great. And I don't know, they might get the Stanley Cup again, but they're having a lot of trouble over the last few years. They're not quite getting it. But, you know, I'm enjoying watching it anyway. And basketball, I don't have any set team. I just love to watch it. Got a load of the games just there. I would say if you do like basketball, there's a lot of good stuff on the PlayStation 2. Similar with hockey. Hockey, definitely go for NHL 2002 if you like. A bit more arcadey feel. If you remember the old games on the Mega Drive, those style, that was arcadey. Well, NHL 2002. Go for it. Anyway, that's it for me for the moment. Okay, yeah. Right, it is slim pickings out there for the PS2. So this next set of pickups I've got won't be PS2. So it's just one of those things. I can't help it. If they're not there, I can't get them. And there's only so many you can order at a time because I've got other things I have to spend money on. So what we've got is I was out and about for work and happened to pop into some charity shops. They had 3 games for £1. So I picked up 3 games. We've got the standard case version of Halo 2, which doesn't have the manual but does have the extra bump and a receipt and the little Halo 2 thing, the original soundtrack, which I've got in a soundtrack box over there. This was apparently picked up from CEX for £5. So that's how long ago that was. But yeah, Halo 2, decent condition copy as well. And so, it turns out this is actually harder to get than the, what's the word, steel case, the steelbook version, which is the one that I originally bought when it was originally released. I had it on pre-order and all that. don't pre-order. It's a major game. You don't need to make sure you get your copy. But apparently there were more copies of the Steelcase version ordered and bought than the standard version. So technically this is the rarer one, even though it's not the special edition. But what can you do, eh? So, nice copy of Halo 2. With that I got Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition for the 360, which is a game that I wanted at the time but could never justify since I already had the original Halo. I have played it. A friend bought their copy and it was good. This copy's in decent condition, not really opened much, with all the bump, and there are the codes, but I don't know whether they've been used or not, so I'm not going to show them. But it's got the code thing here with all the extras that you're supposed to get, the manual and everything. So this is actually in a really nice condition. Okay, the person who had this also had Halo Reach, because that's the codes thing for that. So, yeah. 2-day gold trial. Halo Anniversary Map Pack for Halo Reach. Nice. Okay, so we'll put that back there because that is nice condition, in a nice condition slipcase. Well, cardboard slipcase, you know what I mean. Which is in decent condition, so I'm very happy to have got those two. And since it was 3 for £1 in this place, I also picked up Halo Reach. So I'm going to move that other thing into here in a minute, because the manual's not here for that. But this, unfortunately, I didn't see it when I was picking it up, because I really picked this up to trade it into CEX, because the trade-in's £1. Has a little bit of damage. I believe that is either delamination or early stages of disc rot. And I didn't spot it, but CEX did when they were having a check. But can't be helped. These things happen. Anyway, I've already got Halo Reach. So that was it. So I picked those up, and then I went to another charity shop, and they had a copy of The Sims 2 Double Deluxe for £1. And that was pretty good, because it has a trade-in value for voucher of £1.80. So I picked up the game that I wanted, which is the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition and Halo 2 with an extra game for £1. So basically 50p each, which is pretty good going for those two. And then got a £1.80 trade-in voucher for a £1 outlay on Sims 2 Double Deluxe, which is just Sims 2 with Nightlife University and the Glamour Life Stuff Pack, all in one thing, with an extra DVD of hints and tips. So it's nice if you're going for that kind of thing, but I just wanted the Sims 2 set, so I traded that in, because it gave me a voucher that I can use to order some PS2 stuff. But while I was in CX trading that in, they had... No, they didn't. They didn't have this. I had a look, and they didn't have any N64. So I walked down to Cash Converters just to see what they had. They had a copy of FIFA 98, which is actually a decent game of FIFA. If you're into football and N64, FIFA 98's a pretty good one to pick up. And they had this for 99p, so not bad. All things considered, everything under a fiver, and I've done alright on trade-ins. So I'll probably order something nice from CEX at some point. And there's the... well, there's the postage covered on one thing for a start with that voucher, so I'm very happy anyway. Okay, guys, I swear, I don't do this on purpose, but we have more games. And I have to say thank you to Jen for these games, because she spotted a couple of them. Now, I went in just having a look around CEX, and as we always do when I have a bit of time to kill, and we went and looked at PS2, and Jen found Monopoly. Now, I already have a game called Monopoly Party. It's up somewhere where it'll be around here, because I'm sitting near the M's. So, we have Monopoly Party. Now, that looks like a pretty good Monopoly game. And actually, it's a decent Monopoly game. But now we have Monopoly. So, 2 games. Monopoly came out, let's have a look on here. It came out in 2008. And this one came out in 2002. So, big difference. So, let's put that one back up there. So, it'll be very interesting to see how this fares. So, this one is the later one. It's got all kinds of oddities in it, like mini games, get out of jail, grab all the money, and more. Okay, I just want to play a game of Monopoly, but okay. Different boards to play on, so different pieces. One of them appears to be a kangaroo. So, should be interesting. Anyway, I'm looking forward to giving it a try. But then Jen saw something else. Super Off-Road on the Game Gear. I don't see many of these around in my local CEX, but Game Gear game, and it's really nice content. That label is pretty much pristine, so I'm very happy to add that to the set. But it's not the only one, because they also had Paperboy. Now, they've had this in, I admit, for a month or two, and I've been umming and ahhing over whether to get it because my Game Gears at the moment don't work. Both of them have got the capacitor problem, and both of them need recapping. I will eventually get around to that, but I just have so little time that I just haven't had the time to do it. What I should do is send it off to a guy that will repair it, but won't be doing that at the moment. Not at Christmas, not when things can get just go missing in the post, whether it's just been lost in transit or someone steals it because they think it's a Christmas present. I don't know, but either way, I'm not going to chance it at Christmas, so that'll be a New Year thing. Hopefully in the New Year, well, actually it won't be in the New Year because I've got re-election, so it'll be after May before I have time to actually do it. So maybe I'll treat myself in the New Year and get them recapped, so I've got a couple of Game Gears. Get one with an upgraded screen and one without, so I've got an original to compare to the new. I don't know. Either way, I want them recapped, and then I'll be able to play these games, and that'll be good. But until then, I'm stuck with emulators for them. What can I do? Hey! Oh my goodness, guys. You're going to love this. Not often that I wander into CX and find no PS2 games but still come out happy. But I am today because Azurik, the Rise of Parathia, was in CEX. Now, this is a game that's been on my radar for quite a while because it's an oddity. It's the kind of third-person action-adventure game that I kind of like. It was the kind of thing that I was into, especially during the Xbox era, and it never came out anywhere that I ever saw. So, it's taken me quite a while to track this down, but it's all here in reasonable condition. A little bit of grubbiness and dirt on the top, but I can sort that out. Manual and everything is here. I had a playthrough of it earlier on, and it seems pretty good. So I'm actually really happy to have got that. Another one that I'm happy when I saw this, I had to have it. I mean, for 50 pence, I wasn't going to say no. Daikatana! Yeah, I have to try this for myself. It's apparently so bad, but for 50p, I'm going to give it a try. For that price, you really can't be robbed for 50p for a game. I mean, come on. Even if it's terrible, I'm still going to have fun playing it. Because that's the kind of person I like to play games. So, I'm really happy with that. But there was one more. And I've been umming and ahhing over getting this for a couple of days because I know it's not that great. It's basically an arena battler in the style of Quake 3 Arena, Unreal Tournament, that kind of thing. But it's Turok Rage Wars, and it's not very good. The controls are wrong. In my view, the controls are absolutely wrong. Where's my N64? There it is. So, if I pull this over here, you get an idea of what I'm talking about. How would you control a 3D arena battler on this kind of stick? Now, in my view, these would be the WASD, the standard controls, and that would look around. That's how I would set it up. That's not how it's set up, at least not by default. I haven't seen whether you can change it. I really am going to try and change it, because otherwise the game is next to unplayable for me. That is how you move forward and back, or look left and right. That's never a good combination. And you use these ones to sidestep left and right and stuff like that. So, why? Sorry, no, I've got it the wrong way around. Forward, back, sidestep left and right. This one looks. It's like, guys, come on. That is not a good combination. Why am I looking with the camera there and controlling there? It should be like that. That's how it is by default. That's how it replicates on every other console. That replicates the mouse and keyboard combination, doesn't it? And then fire is trigger. That's the only bit that I liked. Oh my goodness, how did they mess it up so much? It's... I hope there's a way of changing the controls because I need it to change. It's just like that. If it was changed, it would be a decent arena brawler because I can see when I was trying it out that the elemental part of a good game is in there. I just need it to work, and it doesn't work. Oh my goodness! But what can I say? It's another one for the collection anyway. So there's only one Turok game left, and that's Turok 3, which is uncommon. But apparently this is uncommon as well. It just turned up. which is one of the reasons why it tipped me over from, shall I hold off or shall I just get it? I thought, no, it's uncommon. It's not going to turn up much because it's not that well regarded. So just get it. And I'm glad I did, but I really need to work out whether I can change those controls. But anyway, with the addition of the Xbox One, we are, I think, one game short of 60% complete on the Xbox Exclusives collection. I'm very happy with that. So we're doing all right with games-wise. The PS2's just slowed right down. There's just nothing around at the moment. But it's clear that some people are having a clear out for Christmas. They're clearing out their old stuff. So the Xbox exclusive that I've had and a few of the other ones I've had have come from just a big set of Xbox games that's been traded in all in bulk. And similarly with Disgaea 2 the other day, that was from a guy trading in a collection. So people are clearing out for Christmas. If you're looking for retro games, apparently now is the time. I mean, I got those Game Gear games as well. Really good. I'm very happy to have them. I think, actually, no, now I think about it, I think Paperboy was there a while, so that wasn't part of a collection that got traded in. But even so, you get the idea. Now is the time to be looking if you're looking for decent games that you haven't been able to find for a while, which is why Rule of Rose turned up again in CEX. I mean, I've already got a copy. I did it the same last year. One got traded in just before Christmas. Clearly someone was using it as Christmas money, and I picked it up that way. That's how I got my copy. That's how you could get yours if you're looking for it. It's that kind of thing, basically. Now is the time to have a look, and then we'll see how we go from there. Anyway, that is all I've got for you. Okay, guys, there is one more thing that I want to talk about, because there was one thing that I saw in town, and it was fairly cheap, so I thought, no, I'm going to have this. Now, I used to hire a lot of Mega Drive games from the local video shop when I was a kid, because I couldn't afford to buy them, and I think everyone was in that situation. When we're kids, we don't have a huge amount of money, so I used to hire a couple of games I've got over here now. These aren't the ones I hired, these are just replacements that I've picked up over the years. First is Desert Strike. I used to pick this up an awful lot, and it was so good fun. So good, in fact, that my dad used to fight me for the controller so that he could play too, and that's rare because my dad isn't a gamer. So, yeah, Desert Strike was a brilliant one. And also, Gods. This is a superb game. If you haven't played Gods, you've got to play it. Brilliant action platformer. And the final one being Corporation. If I pick that out of this set of shelves that's over here, you can't really see it, so it's just over here, then the shelves will fall down because it's right in the end, so I won't show you that. But Corporation was a very interesting one because it's, well, it's a first-person adventure. It's a bit interesting. It's a kind of a maze puzzle game, but it's first-person, so it's kind of Doom meets Metroid Prime, yeah, but with a cyberpunk feel, so it's kind of Syndicate in there as well. Anyway, they're the ones that I used to rent repeatedly because they were so good and I wanted to try and finish them. Never did. Never finished any of them. Still never finished any of them. It's just one of those things. But when I was down in town, I saw Urban Strike, the sequel to Jungle Strike, which of course is the sequel to Desert Strike. So I'm really interested in playing this. And I gave it a quick try last night to make sure it worked. Sadly, the box is in great condition and the cartridge is in great condition, but there's no manual. Just one of those things. I was trying it down on my Mega Drive, and when I got it to make sure it worked, it's so good that I think we're going to have a fun time playing that when it comes up on Game Hammer. But it's not the only thing that I picked up recently, because I found Mortal Kombat Conquest, the first 6 episodes, in a charity shop, and I know it's either going to be really interesting and funny, or really, really bad, because it's a 22-episode series that was cancelled. So yeah, it's like, didn't get past the first series, but it did get all the way through that series, so perhaps it'll be interesting, I don't know. But I think given the quality of the films, it's not going to be great. But maybe it's that level of bad that's funny, which is what I'm hoping for. For £1, I'll take a punt. And speaking of taking a punt, found another educational title. This one is Harry and the Haunted House. It's a living book, so it's probably some sort of screensaver activity thing with a kind of story in it. As long as it's better than the Phoenix Games story game book things that are on PS2, I'll be happy. But for 50p, in such great condition, I'll add it to the educational set that we've got growing for the museum eventually. Everything's here in brilliant condition. The only minor issue is there, right on the bottom of the manual. It's where it's caught on the little tabs for the CD, because it's actually quite a thick manual. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Right, guys, I swear I don't keep doing this on purpose, but there is one other thing I want to talk to you about. I'm even in focus. Hello. I think I am in focus then. You know I'm collecting the Amstrad Action. Well, I'll say that again without cracking things. You know I'm collecting the Amstrad Action cover tapes, and I want to get the full set. Not just the ones that are in the nice cases, but the loose ones as well. So for the start, we have the Christmas cassette. It's the one with the Untouchables on. I don't know when this is from. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but it's in really nice condition, and the label is on there very, very nicely. Only a little bit of damage there, and that's perfectly fine for me, for what I need. But here's the other one that I got, October 1990, and this is the, just says Amstrad Action cover tape, October 1990, which will be the birthday issue, basically. So, a complete game of Tau Ceti and fully playable demo of Iron Man. So that's pretty cool. But here's the thing. These are the ones you see around a fair amount. This one came in a nice case, even though originally they were just sellotape to the cover, as I recall. Now, these aren't the earliest ones. They're the ones that I see around a lot. And I've got the other one. Can't remember what's on the other one. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what's on the other one. It's a white one, a bit like that, and about from the same time. You see that around a fair amount, and those two around a fair amount. They're pretty much the ones, and the one, of course, with Space Froggy on it. Pusnik, Lost Caves, and Space Froggy. Do you see those ones around a lot? But they're not the earliest ones, because in 1986, there was a cover tape, and I believe there's a one for the birthday issue and for the Christmas, which means that there are earlier ones than 1990, going back to like 1986, perhaps even a Christmas 1985. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen a mention of that in the magazine, but that doesn't mean I haven't missed it. So there are a fair amount of these loose Amstrad Action cover tapes, which I need to find because I want the complete set. Speaking of the complete set, I have Action Pack 32 on the way. It's the one that is just a complete game of the Blues Brothers and nothing else. That's on the way, but it hasn't arrived yet. And being there, it's up to Christmas. Probably going to end up coming, if not... yeah, this is the final thing I'm recording, and if not by tomorrow, which is 23rd of December, then it will be probably in the week between Christmas and New Year, if it turns up then or not. I'm probably the early New Year. It's going to be in the January one. Unless it turns up tomorrow and I can add it in here, then it will be in the January one. So you probably just got me paused there instead. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too worried. I'll put it into the January game haul if need be. Oh, hey guys. Right, this is going to be short, and it's going to be the end one. It's only the 15th or 16th, but I've just been getting the footage for the last reviews of this year, and I really don't see me getting any more games after this, because, well, it's really, really hard to get. These three that I've got 3 more PS2 games to talk about. And the only reason we've got these is because my wife Jen happened to be travelling somewhere and found them. It's hard to find stuff, basically. So let's have a look at these. I doubt there'll be any more after this until next year. So let's just make do with what we've got. First of all, we have Hidden Invasion. Now, this is by Midas, so you're probably thinking it's not going to be great because a lot of Midas stuff isn't. But this one's actually interesting. It's basically a 3D Streets of Rage. And it's interesting in that respect. I enjoyed playing it. I'd give it 2.5 stars. Because some of the controls don't quite work and there's no lock-on and things like that, which makes it a bit of an issue for a 3D environment. But overall, I enjoyed the bit I played of it. It's actually not too bad. Speaking of games that are surprising, Arctic Thunder. An early one. This one comes from 2001, and it's on a CD. It's got a massive manual. The other one didn't have a manual. This one does. It's in alright condition. And I would describe it as Mario Kart meets Twisted Metal. It's an oddity. It really is an oddity. It's a combat skiing game on like Mario Kart style tracks. It's quite interesting. And last but not least, we have Lethal Skies 2, a game that I didn't know about. Lethal Skies, I knew we got it, and I didn't realise I had a sequel, but it's actually quite a good game. An arcadey style third-person perspective flight combat simulator. pretty good, no manual, but really nice condition and actually pretty good fun to play. So of those three, we got 3 fun games, so I'm very happy to end on that. Anyway, that really is going to be it, because like I say, there's not going to be, if I do end up picking up any more, it'll be put onto the January game haul, because that's just how it is. I'm going to get this processed so that I can have a week off between Christmas and New Year, so I want to get everything done. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you did like this, and if you did, remember to click that like button, share it with your friends, let them know a good game when they see it, and do subscribe for future videos, because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the Game Haul on Game Hammer, and I'll see you later.